Now, 45-degree heat, putting out fires with his bare hands and fighting to protect animals from poachers. It's all in a day's work for our next guest. He's joined us on his visit from South Africa. Please welcome conservationist Ken Smith. Now, for people at home, they'll be thinking, what? He does all that? Tell us a little bit more about what you do, Ken, because you are actually co-founder of Project African Wilderness and Barefoot Safaris, aren't you?
Yes, good morning. Thank you for inviting me over. As you said, I'm one of the co-founders of Barefoot Safaris and also Project African Wilderness. And I'm here in the UK to see the trustees of Project African Wilderness and to brief them a little bit about what is happening in Malawi and at the Mwabvi Wildlife Reserve, and also to make more contacts and see other people here in Manchester, which got a huge support, as well as in Europe, in Italy and in Holland as well.
Ken, you must be feeling like a fish out of water.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Don't worry, my friend, because I think that one of the biggest things you're concerned about is actually wearing shoes.
Yes, for the last 20 years I haven't actually worn shoes, but as I arrived at Heathrow I realised that I've got to put on some shoes because it is actually very cold over here.
It is, mate, it is, and as well we're venturing into summer. Got some pictures of you and on the conservation area. What happens in Mwabvi? What do you actually do? What's entailed as regards to conservation there?
The modern way of conservation actually consists out of 4 principles. The one is to conserve the soil. Once that has been damaged, there's no way that you can really rectify it. The other one is the trees and the plants, which you can replant. And then the third one is restocking of animals. And then the 4th one is looking at exotic growths on that. We are very lucky in that at Mwabvi we've got no real soil erosion. Our trees and our plants is still in a good condition, but our animals, it's been totally depleted through poaching. And so we are, at this stage, our main concern is to put in a proper infrastructure to do conservation and anti-poaching.
So are poachers a real worry still? Because I know that they've started fires on the reserve in the past, haven't they? And really tampered with all the good work that you're doing.
Absolutely. Is every year, because we're in the Rift Valley, 80 meters above sea level, so it's very hot and humid, and every year the poachers start fires and burns the whole reserve park down. Now what happens is we've got like cathedral mopani trees over there, there's huge trees, so they survive, but all the small seedlings die every year off. So we're going to get into a situation that there will be no trees once the trees have matured, and then they will die off and we'll have 0 trees over there anymore.
So presumably to re-establish the natural flora and fauna of the environment, there's a lot of work to be done. You need volunteers, you need people to sort of help out, and also to understand the natural habitat and the area. So are you asking, do you need more volunteers to help out? Are you rallying the troops as to cards to kind of get down and and keep working and keep this conservation area going?
Absolutely. I don't think that worldwide conservation is very sexy. I think more people, and that is much more sexy. So we really need a lot of support, and we really need a lot of expert volunteers to come and assist us. Malawi is one of the poorest countries in the world. Well, definitely about the 2nd in Africa. And so the skills that we do have from local people there is not all that great. So we really need skilled people to come out as volunteers and to see what we are doing on the ground, but also to assist us with, because it's from building from infrastructures, from making fire breaks, from roads, building bridges in the African style, without equipment and things like that. And so we really need people like that.
A life-changing experience, I imagine it would be for people.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the cultural shock once you get there and to see what it's really like in a third world poor country is absolutely amazing. As it is for me coming over here.
Absolutely, yeah.
To see how everything works.
I bet you can't wait to get back to the warm heart of Africa.
Absolutely. But it's also, to me, it's like a huge learning curve to see how things work on this side of the world as well.
Ken, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you very much for joining us on this morning's breakfast show, and I hope your journey is very successful. The website is on your screen if you're interested in finding out more about PAW and also the volunteering processes to go through. So all the very best of luck with it, sir. Coming up after the break, James Webster will be finding out how to return to rationing, and a revival of wartime spirit could be the key to riding out the recession. See you soon.